Alright, so that looks really bad. That's just bothering me a little bit. Hey guys, it's Kiera. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how Olivia and I make our thumbnails. We get asked this question probably 5 times on every single video. There's always a comment about it. So we thought it was high time that we made a video on exactly how we make our thumbnails. You might have noticed a drastic improvement in quality, and that is because I just got the Canon G7X Mark II vlog camera. I literally love it so much already. I could not stop playing with it, and I'm so excited to film all of our new videos on this camera. Also, before we get started, please subscribe to our channel down below and turn on post notifications, and like and comment on this video because it helps us out so much and we love interacting with you guys. Honestly, when Olivia and I started, our thumbnails were not the best, but over time we've morphed and changed the style of them, and now I'm so happy with how they look. So we basically have 3 different types of thumbnails. The first one is the simplest one, and it is the style that we used for my morning routine video. The second style is a little bit more complex. This is the style that I used for my aesthetic audios video and Olivia used for her Lightroom preset video. The third style is the most complex thumbnail that we've ever made, and it literally took me like an hour to make it, and that is the style that I used for my Chloe Ting video. So let's get into it. I make all my thumbnails on my phone. If you guys want to see what is on my phone, I made a video on that a couple of weeks ago. So for the first style, the apps that I use are Adobe Lightroom, Fonto, and PixArt. The first thing I do is I take so many pictures on my phone for thumbnails. Pro tip, if you have an iPhone, the camera will not take photos in the YouTube size, but you can change it so that it is the YouTube size, which is 16:9. So that is how I take all my thumbnail pictures. The first step in the process is I take a picture that I like. Then I just go into Facetune 2, and I know it might seem weird, but there is one very specific thing that I do. I go all the way to the right and then I press defocus. So then I normally turn it down a lot because I don't want it to be that defocused. And then I just go in with this eraser tool and I erase the outline of me. I feel like that makes such a big difference. I just go into Lightroom and I import the picture that I want, and then I scroll all the way to the right and I hit preset. Then I have the preset that Olivia made, but it looked a little bit weird for this picture because it was a little bit orange. So I actually changed and messed around with everything just a little bit to make it more how I wanted it, but it still keeps the same aesthetic. Okay, so then once that is done, I will just save the image. Okay, so the next thing that I normally do is I just go into Fonto and I import the photo, and then I add text. So Fonto comes with tons of different fonts that you can use, but sometimes that's still not enough. So I just go into deffont.com and then I just look through all the fonts. So when I see one that I like, I will just say download, and then where it goes is into files, and then there will be an option if you scroll and it will say copy to Fonto, and then I just install. So I'm just going to do the font. So for style, it's different for everything, but I think for this one I didn't do any stroke, but for shadow I just turned it all the way up, and normally I would turn the blur all the way down, but for this particular one I think I kept it like that, and then finally I moved it so that it was center. Then I just did morning routine, and then for this text I curved it just a little bit, and then sometimes if I want to make it a little bit more funny, I just add some little text and then I save it as a PNG. Okay, and then the next thing that I do is I go into PixArt. So I just take the thumbnail that I made on Fonto. First, make sure that it is the YouTube size. So I just click YouTube and then apply. Okay, so then I normally put stars in the back, and these are the ones that basically everyone uses in their videos. So then I just erase wherever it is over me or over the text, and then I just duplicate that sticker and also put it on the other side. Then I just press apply. So then I will sometimes just go into the brushes tool and use this one all the way on the left, and then go in and outline. I would have done that for my morning routine video. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was no outline on me for the morning routine video, and that is because I actually forgot, and I just realized that. I'm just gonna do a very, very rough version. It would look nothing like that, but that is just how it's looking right now. That is how I make that style of thumbnail. So for the next style of thumbnail, which is the collage, you can just get the pictures from Pinterest. I think I literally got mine from Google. I make a collage on Pic Collage. So you definitely want to turn the size to 16 by 9 and then turn the white border things all the way down. It ended up kind of like this. You might have noticed that Pic Collage makes a watermark, so I just went into Instagram. Okay, so then I just took the color of this background part and then I just scribbled over it. Save that photo. The next thing in our Lightroom preset. Alright, so sorry if anything changed that you can see, but my camera just died. Now I'm going to take the picture and put it into Lightroom, and I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. So now I'm going to go into background eraser, and then I'm just going to use this target tool, which makes it so much easier to erase everything, and I'm just going to click, and then I'm going to press erase and do the rest of it. Okay, now it's looking pretty good, so I'm just going to say done, save this as a PNG, and it has a transparent background. Then I'm just going to go into PixArt. So I'm going to get the collage that I made, add a photo, and I'm going to add the PNG that I just made. A couple of my styling things have changed since then, but I'm just going to do it like I did in the original. And then I'm going to go to stickers, and the stars that I used in this video were different from the ones that I normally use. I feel like that just made it a lot better. I'm just going to go to brushes, and I went around myself, and I would have been more careful. And then next I'm going to go into Fonto. I just used the font Arial Bold Italic. I'm not going to do the whole thing for the rest of this thumbnail. And it turned out looking like this. And I like this one, but it was not made with the Lightroom preset. It was made with a VSCO filter, but I still think it turned out really well. I would definitely recommend making a collage for one of your thumbnails if it works for your video. So the third and final thumbnail style, it took me like an hour to do it, but that was after I came up with all the ideas and everything. Probably in total this thumbnail took me like 3 hours just to think of the idea and execute it. You might notice that there's 4 people or 4 figures in the thumbnail. So for all these individual pictures, I went into Lightroom, and then I just went into preset and I used Beachy on it, and then that's basically it. I did that for all 4 of the figures. The next thing that I did was I went into PixArt, and I just have a YouTube size thing made, and then the next thing that I did was I pasted all of the new Lightroom pictures in there, and then I went in and I erased the whole background. There is also a bunch of layering in this image, so I don't have all of the before and after pictures, but let's just say I wanted like her to look like she was in front of me. So what I would do is I'm actually going to go and restore some of this background, and then I'm just going to select Olivia and then erase a bunch of this stuff, so to make it look like we're in the same room and like it's one consistent picture of these 2 figures. And then it ends up looking something like this. I'm not going to do the entire thing, but it's like we're together, or we're standing next to each other, or she's standing in front of me. And then I just did that 4 times, and it came out originally looking like this. And I wasn't using the Lightroom preset during this, and this was the beginning stages. Eventually it looked like this. I made an outline around Olivia and I just to put emphasis on the afters. As you can see, it kind of looks more like a fluid background than you would obviously expect. I feel like that looks really good. And then I went into Fonto and I just did the same thing as before, and then the last thing that I did was I put these stars. So I went into PixArt and I searched up stars, and then they were pretty big, so I made them small, and then I pressed duplicate, 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 and I made them go all the way down the page, and it took so long. It ended up looking like this with a star border. I feel like it looks very good and clean. It took a lot of effort to make, but I felt like it was worth it. Hopefully you guys understood that. I don't know, I definitely did not want to do this entire process again. I don't even think I have all the before and after pictures anymore. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. Alright, so I really hope you guys learned something from that video. As I said before, it was so highly requested, so I'm glad to just help you guys strengthen your thumbnail game. And if you guys have any tips for us, definitely leave them below because we're still learning and we have so much more room to grow. As I said before, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications because it would mean so much to us. Thank you guys so much for helping us grow lately. We've grown so much and in such a short amount of time, and we could not thank you enough. Anyway, I really truly hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye. You think you know him, but